afternoon, morning, evening. I want to follow up a little on your reading on migration. So this are ideas that are given to us from Justice for Immigrants, and they are a committee from the USCCB, the United States Catholic Conference of Bishops. So, first of all, our response to this issue of migration is a gospel command that no one is excluded. That's pretty powerful language from Matthew 18:10. Well, and if you're like me, what I notice myself doing is that this problem of migration is just, let's be honest, it's overwhelming. And so what I find myself doing, it's kind of like I'm a young parent and one of my children is crying in the room next to me, and I just become overwhelmed and I ignore it. I turn my back and I remain indifferent. And what, of course, the church, and especially lately with Pope Francis, is saying is that we need to do better than that. So what he says is we have an obligation to our migrant brothers and sisters, and he breaks it down into 4 verbs. So let's break those apart. So, number 1, we are called to be welcoming. Here's an image of the caravan approaching the United States from Central America. And somehow we have to give broader options that include rather than exclude, and they emphasize the humanity and dignity of every person. So this caravan that's approaching the United States includes all these people with their individual stories, as this word we've used in our school the last couple of years, sonder, that they all have their own internal life, their joys, their desires, their dreams. Somehow, how do we maintain every person's humanity? The second obligation we have is to protect. Is there a way that we, with our legislators, can implement a humane policy, something that keeps people's dignity intact, as opposed to right now where we are basically treating migrants like animals? Third part of our obligation is that we have to empower people to achieve their potential. And first and foremost, we have to protect the integrity of the family. So we cannot separate, put people apart. And the last thing the church calls us to do is integration. This is an image from the St. Cecilia Parish in South St. Louis of the Lenten Friday fish fry. Love those fish fries. So how do we encounter migrants in genuine human interactions, work together, dialogue, and promote that?